The STA is an awarding body. That means we are governed by our educational department of the government, who are satisfied with the quality of our resources and our procedures. And that's the way we've gone in the UK now. And we're going through huge changes, which I'll sort of try and briefly explain to you about. We're deregulating like mad. So if you take first aid used to be very prescriptive. The HSC, the Health and Safety Agency, or executive, controlled everything. And you had to be audited by them, meet their requirements, etc. That's all going. Anybody can now run first aid. In terms of the qualifications for swimming teaching and lifeguarding the pool plant, the government, is, in its infinite wisdom, or some would say madness, has gone to an open unit basis. So every one of our qualifications we've broken into units, and they're on the framework, and anybody can use them. So any Tom, Dick or Harry who's got no experience or no technical knowledge, they might run qualifications in mathematics in schools, because then they say, I'm going to now train lifeguards. I'm going to pick that unit, and put it on the framework. And then get funding for it. The result of that is that the operators have become very frightened. And they can see big pound signs on public liability and drownings, etc. And so we've now formed in the UK a register of professionals, because there's no licensing in the UK. There's no law, it's all best practice. And so the industry, together with the three major bodies in the UK, which is the ASA, who are competition swimming and learn to swim, and they compete with us commercially. RLSS, who of course will be lifeguard trainers and compete with us commercially because we do lifeguarding, and pool plant operators, which is we're the only ones who are on the framework. We've got together with a government department who's concerned with employment standards, and we've set up a register. And the only people who we are going to allow on the register are people who are qualified with initially those three organisations, ASA, RSS and ourselves, but with other organisations later, but only those who meet the high standards of quality control, who've got technical support when things go wrong. I mean, we've got a huge technical department. We've got 6 or 8 people in our technical department now, covering first aid, lifeguarding, swimming teaching, baby swimming, special needs swimming, pool plants. You know, we've got the depth. We've got 8 years experience. And what we're saying, for the sake of the public and for the employers, you know, let's get the standards up. So we are now driving standards, and particularly in first aid. And we're saying, we don't care what HSC are saying, the bodies that are running, we're going to have high standards. And we are driving the standards everywhere. So our role has changed now, and we've become quite almost a regulatory body. But that's the way we've gone in the UK. As an organisation, we're growing immensely, hugely growing, mainly because of the recognition of our standards. Nobody would ever say our standards are not the best. The quality of delivery, the help and support from the office. We've got a terrific team in the office. People, you know, you ring any time of day and night almost, and you'll always get helped. We're not there's the rules, go away. We're very helpful. We make it work for people, and you know, we've not got the range you've got in Australia, where you've got the small communities out in the outback, as it were. But even in the UK, we've got very remote areas, and it's difficult to get independent examiners there and all that sort of thing. So we have to work around these problems. But we do. We don't say no. We say we'll find a way to do it with quality. And of course, linking that in now with our admin system, people can see that and go to one organisation and get all the quality qualifications and keep a check on them. So that's the big change in the UK market, and we've really taken it by storm. So that's what we do. Do you want to ask me any questions? But not technical, because I'm not technical. No.
Any questions?
Does the local government and the management groups running the aquatic and leisure centres solely recognise those three groups as the only providers of lifeguards and teachers?
Yes. I mean, an organisation came in called Highfield, which is a very commercial organisation, and they sprung from nowhere, and they've been very aggressive. But I think only one local authority in the whole country has taken them on, because they are petrified of the standard and what's going to happen if there's an incident. I guess it's the same here, but insurance and risk is a major thing. The moment anything goes wrong, who's to blame? That's the big problem. Any more? No.
If not, well, thanks, Roger. That was a great update to see what's happening overseas. And I know there's been some discussions on this end about a licensing system as well.
Yep.
I can say that from a national perspective.
Yep.
So it'll be worth taking that a bit further. Thanks very much.